Hi guys, I hope you are fine and everything is okay at your end. So today we are going to discuss Marxism in international political economy. As you already know that we have discussed mercantilism and economic liberalism already, and today is the day of Marxism, a very interesting thought process given by Marxist viewpoint. Uh, at first, the Marxist view states that economy it is a site of human exploitation, and we all know that as far as mercantilists or economic liberalists are concerned, they did not believe in that. And on the other hand, the Marxist viewpoint states that economy exists because it wants to exploit or it is a site of human exploitation. On the other hand, I did mention during our study on mercantilism and economic liberalism about zero-sum game. The mercantilists believe that states play a zero-sum game. So zero-sum game, it is a game played by various nation states, and there has to be one winner at the end. Because states believe that the stakes are very high and they believe in relative gains. And if another state is growing at a faster pace than that particular state, then it means that the fastest growing state will eventually build more arms, and it will create a sort of, you can say, survival crisis for the rest of the nation states. So states play a zero-sum game because they want to be a winner at the end, no matter about the consequences of all that game. In Marxist viewpoint, that zero-sum game is played by classes, various social classes. For example, the elite, the upper class, the upper middle class, the middle class, the lower class, etc. So all of these classes, they are in a survival mode, and the Marxist viewpoint in international political economy, it believes that the zero-sum game is played not by nation states but by various social classes. And also the economics and politics are related. In this, it is similar to mercantilist viewpoint. However, Marxists also believe that economy has primacy over politics, which is not the case with mercantilist thought. And one thing I would like to mention here, which is very important and very interesting, is that the Marxist viewpoint in international political economy, it believes that growth of capitalism is not negative. Most of the times it is inferred that the capitalists it is inferred that the Marxist viewpoint considers the capitalist growth as negative. No, it is not like that. They basically, we all know a very famous phrase which is commonly quoted by various writers on international relations and international political economy. You can study about that in Global Politics, which is a very basic level book written by Andrew Haywood, and very interesting book, by the way. The Marxist believes that history has been a dialectical process, and the conflict in one mode of production resulted in another mode of production, and eventually it would pave the way for a socialist revolution. So the Marxist view in international political economy believes that the growth of capitalism is not negative. Let capitalism grow. At the end of the day, or eventually, conflicts will arise, and eventually that would lead to a socialist revolution. And there is a concept of core activity. So core activity means any activity that is necessary for the existence of humans. As the core activity is the economic production, it means that it is the basis of all other activities. So therefore, Marxists believe that the economic production, it is the basis of all activities, because it is a core activity, and core activity is required for existence of humans. And they basically believe that there are forces of production which means that the technical level of economic activity and the relationship of production. These are two important things. And they use these important concepts to give their main concept of economic basis. So forces of production means the technical level of economic activity, and relationship of production means the system of social ownership which determine actual control over the productive forces. So the forces of production and the relationship of production that basically gives rise to a capitalist system. So so basically the Marxist viewpoint believes that the capitalist system, it is standing on two things: the forces of production, that is the industrial machinery or various tools to create various things, and the relationship of production, that is the private ownership. So the Marxist viewpoint believes that the capitalist system is standing on these two things: the private ownership, which comes under the relationship of production, and the industrial machinery, which is the forces of production. So moving forward, there was a complete framework given by the which is commonly known as the Marxist framework to study IPE, International Political Economy, and there are two things in it. The first one is their belief that the class conflict is more fundamental than the state conflict. In mercantilism, all of the conflict is among various nation states. On the other hand, the economic liberalism, it believes that states should intervene minimum among the matters of the individuals, and that individual can make his or her decisions on their own. On the other hand, the Marxists believe that there exists a conflict, but that conflict is not among various states or between various nation states. This conflict is among various social classes: the middle class, the upper class, and all that. And the economy, it is a site of human exploitation. And he basically gave the concept of core activity, which is the economic production, because economic production is required for human existence. And he basically stated that the Marxist viewpoint states that the capitalist system is standing on two things: the forces of production and the relationship of production. The forces of production means the industrial machinery, and the relationship of production means the private ownership. And as I already mentioned, the Marxist framework to study IPE, International Political Economy, believes in two things. They believe that the class conflict is more fundamental than state conflict. And the second thing they believe is that capitalism is expansive. And I would like to conclude my discussion with the law of unequal development by Lenin. So he believed that capitalism leads to unequal development. For example, in 18th and 19th century, Great Britain, it was ahead of Germany. In 20th century, Germany rose and wanted redistribution of international property, or you can say international power or international sphere. And as a result, conflict occurred. So basically, Lenin wanted to prove that capitalism leads to unequal distribution of wealth, and it survives as long as there is one winner. The moment some other state rises and it wants its fair share or its share, then it leads to a conflict. So he was basically justifying the fact that the destruction or the conflict occurred in the World War II because of the fact that there was capitalism at the very beginning, and at first all of the resources were controlled by Great Britain, and when Germany wanted its fair share in the international arena, it resulted in conflict. I hope you have liked today's discussion. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel and like our videos. I hope you have liked it today. We'll come back soon with another informative video. Take care of yourself. Bye.